Hello viewers, here is a JCPenny, or of course the Lakewood P-223 box fan. This is in kind of an unusual color scheme. It's the typical tan, but it has a dark brown handle and a dark brown switch, and of course the dark brown dusty switch backing. It's not supposed to be dusty, that's just, I haven't cleaned it yet. JCPenny. This switch looks like it has an awful lot of wear on it, which is kind of strange because the fan, when I got it, was very clean and seemingly unused. Here's the motor, and of course the informations will be better viewed from the other side. Oh no, this is the right orientation. It's kind of dirty, I can't really make out what it says, but this is the one with the square stator, which is probably a better design because I would suspect that those corners probably draw out a fair bit of heat. And then there's the information tag, but we'll look at that from the front. The screws are the dark brown. I don't know if they always were, they could just be tarnished, but that's what they are now. And the plug is kind of damaged. It's like that when it came to me, but the plug is the older style plug. So I think this is an older model, probably an early 80s version. And there's the informations. It is model number 9794, which of course is the same thing as the P-223. It's a pretty nice one, very clean and very, well, it's not quite as clean as it once was. There's some dust sitting on the bottom of it. I gotta clean it up, but it's in very good condition. There's not a lot of damage to it. The grills are faded, of course, and the blade is faded. It's almost, it doesn't look bad though. It's almost matched the fading has almost matched the paint on the cabinet perfectly, at least to me anyways. These fans, of course, compared to what we have today, are very good, but a lot of people regard these as like the last really good box fans, and that's kind of comical because while I can understand why people say that, these were not considered very good at the time. These were in a lot of ways kind of treated like the Lakewood 3733 that we have now. People would buy them and they would just run them until they either became so dirty that they didn't move any air, or they failed due to lack of lubrication, and they would just get tossed. Very few people really took the time to maintain these and take care of them back in the day. And but they proved themselves to be very good fans because despite that lack of care, a lot of them still work. And while I'm starting to not see these around anymore, I remember even just a decade ago seeing these all over the place. Now I don't see them much anymore, which is kind of sad, but anyways, this one, I forget where it came from. I think it might have came from the Goodwill, and of course it was very inexpensive, as most of the things are there. So this one was a really good deal. Anyways, let's go ahead and turn this thing on. The plug is not polarized. Okay, it's plugged in now. And I'm going to move the camera over here. And let's turn it on. Start up with low. Very quiet. Moving a good amount of air. One of the things I always liked about these fans is they seem to spread the air out pretty good. I'm standing off to the side of it, and I can still feel the air rushing at me. It's not only felt just right in front of it. So it really moves the air around the room pretty good. Okay, now we'll go up to the medium. Medium is a significant jump up from the low. The low is very quiet, very calm. And you can see just how much air it's moving. It drew that tassel thing all the way in from the side of the window. Let's get that out of there before we get a freak show. Okay, and now we'll go to the high. Slightly out of balance. I don't know if it was always like that or it's kind of warped over the years. I don't know if it'll pick up on the video through the guard, but the hub isn't quite perfect anymore either. See, it's kind of out of line. And some of the other ones I have aren't like that, so I tend to think this might have warped or something. That's really moving a good amount of air. It's quite powerful. I think that creaky noise was just from it being up against the window there. I don't hear it anymore. Bearings are in pretty good condition. Although I'm sure they could fair to be oiled. Alright, let's take a listen to the startup sounds. First we'll go with the high. So you can see there, it's a little bit off, ever so slightly. And I wonder if it just warped from sitting in one place for so many years. Okay, here's the medium. Really does have a pretty cool startup sound for a plastic bladed fan. Finally starting to be nice out. The green is starting to show certain places. Come on, stinking camera. Show the flowers. There we go. And we're getting some leaves too, which is nice. I really like when the trees turn green. Okay, anyways, here's the low. Okay, so that's it for the JCPenny, whatever the number was, second generation box fan.